Hey guys, welcome back for another video, and in today's video we're going to tell you about top 5 best phones under rupees 30,000 in India. And we earlier made videos of top 5 best phones under rupees 20,000 and under rupees 15,000. The links are in the description and also on the I buttons, so do check them out and then check this. So now let's start today's video. The fifth phone in today's list is from OnePlus, the OnePlus Nord. Now, this highlights of this phone are the 90Hz of AMOLED display, and it's pretty compact and lightweight, and it has the best UI at the price point, Oxygen OS, which also offers 2 years plus Android updates, and it has a really good selfie camera, 32 megapixel selfie camera plus 8 megapixel ultra wide selfie camera. And another highlight is that it's a future centric smartphone, that is, it's a 5G phone. But this phone also has some weak points, like it has disappointing cameras of macro and ultra wide, and most of the games you'll play in this phone are clocked at 60 Hz, and it has some display issues as reported by users. And Snapdragon 7 series processor it has, that is a Snapdragon 765G, because people expect 8 series processor, that is a Snapdragon 855 or 855 plus or 865 at this price point. Now if you talk about the pricing of 8GB plus 128GB starts at 27,999, and there are also high-end variants, but we are only going to talk about the starting variant. So let's move ahead to the fourth phone in the list. Now this is the Mi 90 Pro or the Redmi K20 Pro. Now this highlights of this phone are as well light and compact, Snapdragon 855 processor. Yes, it's a really good processor at the price point, and it also has telephoto camera, 8 megapixel telephoto camera. It has a great design. I especially love the design. The images are in front of you. It has a 3.5mm jack. OnePlus Nord didn't have that. Now the weak points of this phone are the 18-watt charger. Yes, this phone supports up to 27 watt of charging, but in the box it only has 18-watt of charger in India. This phone doesn't have OIS, optical image stabilization. It doesn't have any IR blazer, and the haptic motor of this phone is slightly weak. Now if you see the pricing, 6 plus 128GB is priced at 26,999 onwards. But the pricing of this phone goes up, down and up, down. But you can also get the 23,000 in offline stores. So this was the story of the Redmi K20 Pro. Let's move ahead to the third phone, which is from Realme, the Realme X3. Yes, the highlights of this phone are the 16 megapixel plus 8 megapixel selfie camera. Yes, the secondary 8 megapixel selfie camera is really great because of the ultra wide selfie, and it also has 20 times zoom, 20x zoom, and 64 megapixel camera, flagship Snapdragon 855 plus, a 120Hz of refresh rate. But this phone too has some weak points, like it's an LCD display. Yes, this is the only phone in our list with an LCD display, although it's a 120Hz panel, and the brightness of this phone is really less in comparison to other Realme phones. So yes, it's a big downgrade point of Realme X3 from the Realme X2. Anyways, so this was the story of the Realme X3, so let's move ahead. But before we proceed, do check the video which is now being shown at the I button. It's a really interesting video. So now let's move ahead to the second phone, which is from IQ. Yes, IQ3. Now this phone, if launched around 1 month earlier, then this would not have been in this list. But this is in this list because the price has been decreased. Now it's available under 30,000. So yes, the highlights of this phone are the super bright AMOLED display, great build quality, and it has gaming buttons. Yes, it is totally made for gamers. It has a 55 watt of super fast charging, which is the fastest in the series, and it has a Snapdragon 865 flagship processor. The ultra wide camera of this phone really creates great photos, but this phone too has weak points, like the only 60 Hz of refresh rate. It only has single speakers. It doesn't have stereo speakers, which is a big problem. The 48 megapixel triple camera or the quad camera of this phone isn't that great, and the selfie camera is really average 8 megapixel. And if you talk about the price, the 8GB plus 128GB is priced at 29,999. That means 30,000 exactly. But if you want the 5G variant of this phone, you will need to pay more. 12GB plus 256GB variant only has the 5G one. So yes, this was the story of the IQ3. Now let's go to the best phone according to me under 30,000 rupees currently. So let's see. Yes, it is the Realme X2 Pro. Yes, the highlights of this phone are the flagship Snapdragon 855 plus. This has a super bright 90Hz AMOLED display. The in-display scanner of this phone is really fast. It has a 64 megapixel Samsung camera with 20 times of zoom. It has a total flagship 50 watt super fast charging, probably the only phone with that. and it feels really light and premium. I have been a user of Realme X2 Pro for 5 days and I know it's a really great phone. The stereo speakers are super loud of this phone, and it has a flagship with a 3.5mm jack, so that's really massive. But this phone too has weak points like the notch selfie camera. Yes, at the price point you're paying almost 30,000 for a notch selfie camera phone, which is not that great. And watch has been old fashioned right now. And the average ultra wide and telephoto camera, they are not that great in comparison to the price, but they're still okay. And they can't record 4K video with ultra wide and telephoto, so that's a problem. And another big problem according to me is the 64GB base variant. Yes, the base variant of this phone starts at 6GB plus 64GB is pricing at 30,000 exactly. So yes, if you want more space and RAM, then you need to pay higher than 30,000. So this is a problem of this phone. Anyway, so this was the best phone under 30,000 according to me. So what is your top 5 picks under 30,000? Do comment me down, and do check the videos of the I button and link in description. So hope you like this video, and do like, share, subscribe and comment, and we'll be back with our next video soon. So till then, bye and thanks for watching.